Is Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell alive right now? Oh boy. Speculation is running rampant. Many of you wrote into me about this yesterday. 84-year-old Republican Senator Mitch McConnell has been in an undisclosed hospital for undisclosed reasons for 10 days now. His office has put out statements saying he's recovering and he's getting excellent care, but we have no idea what condition he's getting care for. His office did confirm yesterday that Mitch McConnell will continue not voting in the Senate this week, and the claims of his recovery are really weird when they won't tell us what condition he's recovering from. This is, of course, not his first hospitalization this year. He was hospitalized some months ago for what I think was a flu-like illness, and they won't even tell us what hospital he's in. Undisclosed hospital, treated for an undisclosed condition after falling badly and having a number of these freezes in public while he was speaking. No explanation was really given for that either. In fact, that's a whole other thing. Mitch McConnell had 2 incidents where he was giving a press conference and he froze. And afterwards, his office said only he's feeling better. Feeling better? But what do you mean? That's not like, oh, he had a cold and he's feeling better. It was something very strange that was going on. Now, Mitch McConnell has already said he's not running for re-election. And now people are speculating he has died and it has been covered up. Now, let me talk about a few angles on this. What do we know? He's been in the hospital for 10 days. That's not a short stay. That's a long time for a top senator to be away from work and hospitalized. He is the Senate Majority Leader. Add to that we don't know why he's in the hospital. It starts to get murkier. Add to that they won't tell us which hospital he's in. That gets even murkier. Now, there have been people claiming this is a cover-up in the death of Mitch McConnell. Now, you might say, why would they cover it up? The reason that some are writing to me is, David, they're covering up Mitch McConnell's death because they know that Andy Beshear, who is the Democratic governor of Kentucky, would appoint a Democrat to replace Mitch McConnell if Mitch McConnell died. That's the speculation. There is a little problem with that theory, which is that Kentucky doesn't do gubernatorial appointments. Kentucky is one of the few states that would immediately set up a special election. And so the legislature isn't involved in replacing senators. The governor is not involved in replacing senators. The way it works is candidates would get on the ballot. There's a bipartisan process. They've got to get 1,000 signatures. Then they do an election. It's a primary-like system. If a candidate wins 50% of the vote, they get the seat. If nobody gets 50% of the vote, the top 2 have a runoff 70 days later. So the point is, it can't be that they are covering up Mitch McConnell's death to avoid Beshear appointing a Democrat, because Beshear would not get to appoint a Democrat. Now, what do I think is going on? I have no idea. We have this kind of broader gerontocracy in the United States, a government by the elderly. And I think we also have a transparency issue. I think these really are the 2 stories. Very quick interruption. A surprising number of people who watch these videos aren't subscribed on YouTube. If that's you, hit subscribe. It's free. It helps so much more than you might think. Let's get back to the clip. Whatever is happening with Mitch McConnell, there's this basic transparency problem where one of the most powerful people in the federal government can disappear for 10 days. We don't know where he is or why he's in the hospital. It's not even really about just Mitch McConnell. We've had questions about the health and capacity of aging Democrats and Republicans, presidents, senators, representatives, judges. It's a system that keeps reinforcing the status quo without giving us a real opportunity to talk about this. Now, I don't know that I even have to mention this, but I will. With age comes experience. This is not like an ageist crazy thing of get anybody older than me out of government. We just do have objectively a gerontocracy where even accounting for age bringing experience, the median age of our federal elected officials doesn't even come close to being representative of the median age of adults in the United States. I know if you average in 2-year-olds, but I'm talking about just adults here. There is a difference between age and fitness is the other thing. We interviewed Robert Reich last week, and he sort of joked, listen, I'm 10 days younger than Trump. And even I don't think I should be president. People just slow down at 80, whatever. Even still, though, there is a significant difference between someone like Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump on the one hand, and on the other hand, folks like Robert Reich and Bernie Sanders. So I think the real question is, are we getting information about the health of officials who are making decisions so that we can then consider that information in how we vote? Because we have a political system that concentrates power in a very small number of individuals. They stay in office for decades. And suddenly, when one of those people is unable to do their duties or they're gone, the public suddenly discovers, man, there's not really a lot of contingency planning here. There's not a lot of enforced transparency. And the US is now routinely putting voters in a position where we have to choose between leaders who would have been well beyond traditional retirement age a generation ago. Now, you could say that that's good, or you could say that that's bad. I think that there are a number of concerns with it. But if you look in the private sector, if a CEO running a Fortune 500 company repeatedly froze in public, fell down, disappeared into an unknown hospital for an unknown condition, and shareholders were told nothing, there would be huge scrutiny. I would argue government is more important than any one company. So don't we need at least as much scrutiny and transparency when it comes to the federal government? So listen, is Mitch McConnell alive? I have no idea. I think the broader story is so much of American government depends on this small group of elderly folks whose health status is a matter of national importance and is not being dealt with any level of transparency. What do you think? Is Mitch alive? Is he dead? What's going on? Thanks for watching. Check out another one of our videos and make sure to subscribe so YouTube keeps our content in your feed. And if you prefer audio, subscribe to the podcast on Spotify or Apple.